This video is sponsored by Squarespace, your all-in-one website platform to succeed and stand out online. Tools. I'm of the belief that with a good quality tool, no job is impossible. We all have our favourite brands and brands we associate with quality tools across all professions. On my channel, you've seen me travel around the world looking for quirky and unique tools that we don't have here in the UK. And something that I'm always on the lookout for is good quality tools made locally. Over the years, we've come across all kinds of tool brands, both big and small, general and niche, made in factories all across the world. But what if I told you that there was a place, a single city, that manufactured not one, not two, but over 20 brands of high quality tools you would instantly recognise. Brands such as Matador, Kobit and Volkel, Simco, Vera Tools, Esset, Pickard, Berger, Starville, Alora, Bowman, Heiko, Kirshen, Hassett, NWS, Walter Werkzeug, Solida, Famag, and Godor. What's the reason for all of these amazing tool brands? There's lots all condensed in one reason.
I can tell you what the reason is.
So join me as we take a trip to the tool capital of the world. Wuppertal is the 17th largest city in Germany, with a population of over 355,000 people. It was founded in 1929 through the merger of industrial towns Burnham, Elberfeld, Rosdorf, Kronenberg and Vornwinkel. Initially it was called Barmen-Elberfeld, before settling on the name we all know it by, Wuppertal. But how did it become the tool capital of the world? To answer that question, I'm travelling to the heart of Wuppertal to chat with Mark from Knipex and learn a little about the history of this worldwide brand and its connection to the area.
Behind these trees there, that is the original house from our founder from 1882.
Wow.
Where everything begins, downstairs in the cellar.
You're
He
joking.
forged the first players until his wife said, "You destroy all my glasses and dishes."
Yeah, because
Build a new shop. Yes, build a new shop.
Yeah.
We started with 6 employees.
Wow.
And so then he started to build this first hall for production.
Yeah. It's amazing to see how Knipex has spread. You see, wherever I go in the world, everywhere, I've been quite far and wide, you will always see Knipex tools.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And it's a beautiful location. Just driving here through the valley to get to this spot is just incredible.
You can see really the old buildings, and that's what I like. You can see the history, you can feel the history from the beginning up to modern production today. So that's what I like.
You can't buy a legacy. It's been built, hasn't it? And it's incredible to see it. So
absolutely.
At this point, Mark couldn't help but invite us in to show us some tools. These are cool. There's a little British. What was that released for? This was limited edition for.
This was for France.
For France.
For the Olympic Games, but we
that
are
was
not allowed to say Olympic Games, so
no,
just a special edition for France.
Yeah.
I still have one on my place.
Yeah.
If you want to have it in your.
In the video, yeah.
In the video,
it would be amazing if you don't mind, yeah. Wow, the glass is clean. You can't put that in either. I just nearly went through the glass there. It looks so clean.
It is one of the first prototypes without printing. And yeah, I like this design.
Yeah, it's smart, isn't it? It's kind of got. It does also have like a British flag vibe to it as well, doesn't it?
Yes,
which I think is,
as well, yeah.
So it kind of. I have seen these for sale in the UK, and I think, like you say, it's nondescript. It doesn't particularly say that it's France or Olympics or Britain or anything, does it? It's just a nice design.
The first idea, but then of course you are not allowed to use the Olympic wings or something like this or Paris, and so.
Yeah. There's no need to pay the extra licensing on something, is there? Cool, that's amazing. Yeah, well, thank you very much for showing me. Glad we were able to see a few tools. Right,
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you.
Big thanks to Mark for spending some time with us, showing us around. Apparently, he was famous already from his Bauforum 24 factory tour. He's had a few people talk to him at shows saying they've seen him in the Bauforum video. And he showed me he's actually done a phone project organising all of his tools in an L-box, I think it was. That was pretty awesome. He had those pictures on his phone ready to go. So thank you very much, Mark, for spending the time showing us some of these buildings and some of the history. But I would like to see inside. I would like to have a factory tour. That would be amazing. So Knipex is based in Wuppertal, around the literal history, the building from which it was founded. And they have built their factories and their campus around that to maintain their integrity and that all-important link to their past. And it wasn't just Knipex who seemed to do this either. I discovered the Famag factory in this housing estate, tucked behind the original founder's house. Now Famag was a pretty new brand on me last year. I saw a demo at a tool fair showing me the auger bits. You can see one pictured on the side there. Now they make all of those here in Wuppertal, and those bits really bite into the material and almost like pull themselves in and drill a lot quicker. And it's crazy. We're in amongst a housing estate here, and then there's a little factory. And at the front of this is the house that the business grew from, and this workshop was in the back garden. Just like a lot of these businesses, you just wouldn't see anything of this scale in amongst a village in the UK, or at least I've not seen that. And that's another steel tool made here in Wuppertal. Right, back on the road. But before we get to that, I just wanted to talk about this video's sponsor, Squarespace. Now, as a lot of you will know, I don't consider myself to be that tech savvy, so the idea of building a website myself is pretty daunting. But using Squarespace couldn't have made the whole process any easier. I put together this website about Wuppertal in no time at all using Squarespace's intuitive AI-enhanced website builder. It's called Blueprint AI, and after popping in some basic information, it created this stunning looking website from its library of templates. It really was that easy. It has easy to drag and drop features, so you can tweak and update your website easily, and I found setting up all the pages and designs very simple and easy to figure out. The real highlight for me though is there are integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Every website you create with Squarespace is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more eyeballs to your website. Which is what I'm doing here in Wuppertal. I can't stress enough how difficult SEO and good SEO on your website is. We employ a member of my team at Shadowfoam to do just that. So for Squarespace to offer that as a built-in function really is a game changer for building websites. I highly recommend Squarespace, anyone can do it, and if you sign up using my link below and use the code JONASHOWN, you'll get 10% off. So with all that being said, big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to it. One of the first quality pairs of pliers I ever got. Combination pliers, you can almost see them on the picture up here. There's a pair of snips there. I had the exact same set of pliers. I think it might have been one generation previous to that handle, and I absolutely love them. And they are also made right here in Wuppertal. And an honourable mention is Weir. I love Weir tools. Did you know they were also founded right here in Wuppertal, but they moved to Switzerland? CK, Carl Kamerling, another famous electrician's brand. I love CK tools. We've looked at them a few times on the channel as well. They were also founded here in Wuppertal. They were made here in Wuppertal for a long time. Now they didn't move to Switzerland, they moved to somewhere even better, and that is Pwllheli in North Wales. If you're gonna move anywhere from the beautiful valleys of Wuppertal, I reckon Pwllheli gives it a run for its money. I do love the whole of North Wales. But that does beg the question, why do so many tool brands still operate out of Wuppertal? To find my answers, I knew I'd need to talk to as many insiders as possible, and lucky for me, there was a massive tool fair not far from here in Munich, commonly known as Bauma. The big question we've been asking and trying to understand is, there's so many amazing tool manufacturers in Wuppertal.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to see they're still there, still making tools in Germany to this day. Why have all these tool manufacturers continued to make tools in Germany and not move out to maybe other pastures?
I don't know it exactly. I think it depends from the history. For example, Remscheid is special for tools.
Yeah.
Solingen is special for knives, all kind of knives. And also Wuppertal is special for tools, all kind of tools, screwdrivers, bolt cutters. I don't know why it is. I think it depends from the history many years ago.
Yeah.
The founder is Eduard Wille.
Right, okay.
Exactly. And till today, it is a family company. The owners are from the family.
Yeah.
The children of the owner and so on.
Yeah, so it's like 4 or 5 generations.
Many generations, exactly.
Running the factory.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Starvilli who were proud to tell me of their family business origins. Not too far away, the team at Solida were keen to tell me the same. So Solida's a cool brand, all made in Wuppertal as well, and all of these different kind of SDS bits, all forged steel, made in Wuppertal. Just another brand and another tool. 80 years in business, Solida, family owned through 3.5 generations, they said, so I think that means 4. And even though you might not know the brand Solida, you'll know the Milwaukee spade bits. So what's your take on it, Peter? Why do you think that all these amazing German companies have stayed in Wuppertal, still making the tools to this day?
Yes, because this is tradition.
Yeah.
Our company is born at 1862.
Yeah.
Yes, now we are.
1862, yeah, and it's...
Yes, now we have birthday from 153 years.
Amazing. It's
Yes.
incredibly long tradition of doing it.
153 years. Yes.
Yeah. There's so many German factories all together in Wuppertal, yeah? So many.
You know the reason? The Ruhr area was nearby, and the area Bergisches Land, it's called.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rain and a lot of water, so you have
All around the
the water to turn the machines, and this is the reason why there are so many factories for tools and so on.
Well, that was a great day spent at Bauma with a lot of great information gained about why all these tool companies chose Wuppertal as their home. And in particular, Patrick mentioning the river brings up an interesting aspect about Wuppertal that I'm keen to explore. However, I had to dash as I had a call back from Ina, co-founder of Berger Tools, who had agreed to meet me and discuss all things Wuppertal. Berger Tools was founded in 1919, right here in Wuppertal, and manufactures a whole range of cutting tools for forestry and landscaping. Founded by Julius Berger, this family-owned business is now in its 4th generation, and I cannot wait to talk to Ina about why so many businesses in Wuppertal tend to stick around and why they stay in the family. But first, let's check out the tools. Anyone know what these are used for? It's amazing to think that they're still made in a forge in Germany, in this little village. We're up in the hills of Solingen. Let me know in the comments what that's used for. It caught my eye straight away. And there's a very particular job that's used for. And we've also got stuff like this, the folding saw. I particularly like these. I've got a couple of folding saws from Pocket Boy. Didn't know Berger did one though, but this one is made in Germany. But they make all of the gardening shears and cutters, trowels, all the gardening stuff, and they've got like the telescopic kind of, if you want to trim the top of a tree, like if you're an arborist and you want to tidy something up, this is a full carbon pole. All still made in Germany. How cool is that?
It's still made here. We do it 100% in this company. We do the whole 9 yards. It's from the very good raw material, then we do the flat material, form it, we do the hardening process, we do the sharpening process, because what we originally come from, our company is founded in 1919, so really we are more than 100 years old. Our domain is doing something in the green and having something where you cut something or do a topiary job.
Amazing. So can I ask you, what is the reason for all of these amazing tool brands in this small, like you said, it's like Sheffield in England. There's lots all condensed in one reason.
I can tell you what the reason is. Because everything used to be here what you need to forge. You needed the raw material inside of the ground, which was in Essen, where also quite famous for steel.
Yeah.
So you had what you needed for the material. You had the trees, wood, to make a fire, to do the forging process. And you had water to run the grinding mills.
All belt driven and no electricity,
So it used to be more than, let's say, 150 years ago. People really started in small with grinding, forging. It was more
little blacksmiths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like this. Also, Knipex used to start like this. Stahlwedder, they used to start like this.
Yeah.
We used to start like this. I'm 100% sure in Sheffield it was the same, because you had as well everything that it took for one-man companies to start in their backyard and then become bigger and bigger and so on. So it really was the raw material, for the forging, it was the water, and it was the wood to do the fire for the forging process.
It was great to chat to Ina. Her passion for the history of this business and of Wuppertal too is very inspiring. She also showed me around her campus, and as we've seen already so often, the factory is nestled among the other houses. It's lovely, even just the building and the factory, everything. It's just it's in keeping with the houses that are around. Yeah. Because in the UK, the idea of having a factory amongst other people's houses would be quite a daunting prospect. Most people would be thinking it's going to be a big, tall metal box, and it wouldn't really fit in. But even looking at these lovely houses here, it doesn't, and your lovely house, it kind of all kind of connects. It doesn't look it's not breaking up the natural scenery. It just looks lovely and it fits in nice. Yeah, you do things right. I think you've got the right balance in Wuppertal.
Thank you very
Amazing.
much. This is really nice.
But the main takeaway from my chat with Ina was her insight into Wuppertal's unique geography for manufacturing. Wuppertal is well known as the greenest city in Germany, with 2/3 of its total municipal area covered in green. And as you can see from travelling around, it's also pretty well known for its mountains and steep slopes. Wuppertal as a city is pretty deceptive, as the actual city itself is a long band, known as a linear city, that stretches along the Wupper Valley. The nearby Ore Mountains provide a steady supply of coal into Wuppertal easily. Add to that the unique landscape, and it's no surprise why Wuppertal is the tool manufacturer of the world. Let me break it down for you. If you need to make steel tools or something like this little beast here at Starville, you're going to need a load of iron, and you can get as much as you want from Essen, a city about 24 miles away from here, with all the iron ore they would ever need. And as you can see from the beautiful landscape, there is no shortage of trees, so they could chop these down, turn them into charcoal to get the fires hot enough to work the iron into steel. Another important ingredient for the perfect location for making tools is water, and a lot of it. Wuppertal has got the River Wupper running through it, and I can tell you now, it's very, very clear. From here, I can see the bottom. It's a nice fast flowing river, and there's a lot of rainfall, so this thing is running all year round. And back in the day before electricity, this thing was critical for driving power hammers, a belt drive off a water wheel, and all of the factories that we've looked at up in the hills, they have streams running past them that all run down into the River Wupper, and they help drive those factories, keep those power hammers going. So there we go. I think we've discovered why Wuppertal is the tool capital of the world. It's been an amazing few days I've spent exploring this beautiful area in Germany, and I've met a lot of interesting people, made some great friends, and learned a lot about what goes into making some of the highest quality tools and some of our favourite tool brands. I hope you've enjoyed this mini documentary as much as I have enjoyed making it, and if you'd like to see me do more of this, please let me know in the comments below. But before I head home, you didn't think I'd visit Wuppertal, the tool capital of the world, without doing some tool hunting. Coming up next week, I visit the independent tool stores in Wuppertal. He's not cheered up, look. I do a bit of ghost busting.
Who are you gonna call?
And I find a tool whose name I can't say out loud.
Don't think YouTube will be too happy with me saying that.
See you next week.